Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mercy Reacts. I'm Mercy Hyde, and today I am checking out Akane's Band-Maid documentary. Thank you to everybody that checked out my reaction to Konami and Seiki. I am having a reaction live stream over on Patreon, even for the free tiers, on October 4th at 9 a.m. Eastern. 80 said that I should check out one of their shows. I believe it's the 10th anniversary show. So if you'd like to join me on over there and discuss the show, you can join Patreon for free in the description down below. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that these were recommended to me by Pulse Kebab, and I look forward to going through all of them, especially now that we're getting into drums and bass, and that's what I love. I know a lot of people get mad at me when I pause on certain areas in my reactions, and I don't mean to intentionally. It's just if I hear something in the rhythm section, that's where my brain goes into vocals, and then I listen to like solos after. Um, but I did learn how to rewind, so my reactions will get better. All right, guys, let's dive into Akane. I hope I'm saying that right.
Welcome to Hyogo Prefecture, located in the Kansai region of Japan, neighboring Kyoto Prefecture and situated very close to Osaka. Kobe, its capital, is known for its cosmopolitan atmosphere, Kobe beef, and scenic harbor. This is where Akane was born on December 14th.
Oh yeah, I pronounced it right. I'm so proud of myself. Also, as pretty as all that is a lot of people in one spot for me. Holy crap.
She lived with her mother, her stepfather, and for a short period, her stepbrother, who is 11 years older. During her early years, Akane was very unsociable and often did whatever she wanted, such as leaving kindergarten to go home or refusing to participate in games and activities with other children.
I love that.
As she likes to say with a laugh, she was a real problem child. Note that in Japan, children go to school and come back home on their own from around 6 years old. Parents usually take their kids to kindergarten or nursery schools before that age, which makes Akane's behavior particularly unusual and amusing. Over the years,
I can kind of relate to her a little bit in that manner. When I was in kindergarten, we had nap time, and I refused to wake up or sleep when they told me that I had to, and they had to bribe me with cookies. So, yeah, I too was a strange problem child. It's interesting that I could see, you know, be relatable with each one of these ladies so far, and I think that's what makes them really great too, because we as listeners, we can relate and feel that connection with them, whereas it's a lot harder to really like dig into music when you can't do that.
Akane became increasingly friendly and realized that talking to others wasn't so bad after all. During her school years, she loved home economics and art, but disliked studying and wasn't good at physical activities. Akane was a child who wanted to try everything, often inspired by her passion for manga, but she would eventually stop due to lack of motivation. The one activity that stayed with her through the years was music. Akane learned piano in kindergarten and also played trombone for about 5 years. Even though she stopped playing piano,
I always give props to people that play brass instruments. I tried myself and I just couldn't get into it, so bravo to people that stick with that. My best friend in school played the tuba. Not for school, she just did it for fun, which is really, really strange. Because, like, you just go home and, like, hang out with her, and she's like, I'm going to break out the tuba, and I'm like, okay.
a long time ago, this talent has never left her.
ムを始めたのは高校2年生の頃で、ずっと吹奏楽部を高校2年生までやっていて、その時はトロンボーンやっていたんですよ。で、吹奏楽部内でドラムの子と仲良かったので、ドラムを遊びで触らせてもらう機会があって、パーカッション楽しいっていう感じで遊んでました。そこからだんだん高校生の時にロックフェスやバンドにはまりだして、やっぱドラムやりたいっていう欲が出てきて、吹奏楽部を辞めて軽音楽部に入ったんですよ。でも軽音楽部に入ったらギターがやりたくなっちゃって、初めはギターをやってたんですよ。でも全然上手くならなくて、上達しないのでやる気がなくなってきた時に、ドラムも触ってみようかなと思ってやってみたら、いきなり8ビートが叩けて
So this is interesting. When I first started playing instruments, I started off on drums too, but I didn't stick with it just because I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it came natural to me, like piano and bass and guitar and all that kind of stuff did. My brother stuck with the drums, and sometimes at our live streams you can hear him in the background. But you know, I give props to anybody that sticks with drums. I wish I could have, like, all the time. I'm like, man, I really wish I could have stuck with it. It's just, it didn't feel natural to me. But I think it's funny how, like, she's like, oh, I'm going to try guitar first, and then goes back to drums. And, like, I tried drums first and then switched over. So it's really interesting to see that. But it's so awesome, too, like, how motivated she is to keep it. Because, like I said, bravo to the people that do that. Because I don't think people understand all that goes into playing drums at all. My brother said that that's one thing that he doesn't like, is when after he plays shows with some of the bands he works with, everyone's like, oh, the drums look easy. Like, stop, bro. Stop, bro. All right, let's go.
あれ、私にはドラムが合うのかもって思ってやりだしたら、そこから上達していくのが結構早かったんです。それをきっかけにドラムやりたいっていうのが自分の中で決まって、
You gotta have that
マキシ
connection
ム
with
ザ
the
ホルモンの
instrument
音
to know how
楽
to
に出会って
play.
ドラムのナオさんの音を初めて聞いた時に、私ホルモンって全員男性バンドだと思ってたんですよ。ドラムが女の人だったことにめちゃくちゃ衝撃を受けて、女の人でもこんなドラムが叩けるんだって。女性ドラマーって可愛らしいとか音が柔らかいじゃないですけど、その頃そんなハード系のイメージを持ってなかったんで、ナオさんの音を聞いた時に、もう女性とか男性とか関係ないんだな、女性でもここまでできるんだっていうのを証明してくれた人物だなって。そこから自分もこういうドラマーになりたいと思ったんです。男性だから女性だからっていう偏見、壁を壊したいんです。別に女性だからこういうドラムじゃなきゃダメ、男性だからハードな曲とかそういうの関係ないんだよっていうのを伝えていけたらなとは思っています。
Many musicians start young and stick with the same instrument for years. Akane, however, discovered her passion for drums very late, making it more challenging for her to master the instrument. She started to learn drums by herself, practicing songs from bands she enjoyed, such as El Garden and Bump of Chicken. As she didn't own a drum kit,
Those are some strange names now, huh? But, you know, he mentioned, like, finding drums late and, like, having to learn. But, like, if you're attached to an instrument and it fits your personality, you can learn rather quick, honestly. And I know that from firsthand experience myself. So, you know, yeah, sometimes you might start things a little bit later than your peers. But, like, if you're really, really into it, you'll find a way. And I'm glad she did. She seems really interesting, so I can't wait to hear more about her. Oh, she's reminded me so much of, like, the school days where they made you try an instrument to see what fit.
Akane could only practice once a week at the school club,
Aww.
where she would go alone to enjoy playing drums.
Makes sense.
Her first purchase was a double pedal kit that she quickly gave up on after realizing it would require extensive practice to master. Nonetheless, Akane was fully committed to learning the drums and improving her skills. But before starting her musical journey, Akane had other aspirations, far from sitting behind a drum kit.
なんか可愛がってて、結構みんな懐いてくれるのが嬉しくて、でそっからもうずっと保育士さんになりたくて、高校も保育の学校行こうとしてたりとかはしてたんだけど、なんか気づいたらドラムやってた。そうだね。
どういうことと、どこも気づいたらだと。
そう、高校3年生の時に急に美容師になりたくて、で、美容院でバイトさせてもらったりしたんだけど、そこ謎の1年間だけは、美容師になりたいと思ったけど、それ以外はもうずっと保育士一本で。
The mystery here of wanting to be a hairdresser. I like how she described that.
考えてた。
謎の1年間って面白い。
謎の1年間は美容師
謎の
になりたかった。
1年間だったね。
そう。ずっと保育士です。
By the end of the school year, she gathered some friends of hers from her old symphonic band days to do a graduation live performance as a copy of the Japanese instrumental band, Pez. In the summer of her third and final year of senior high school, Akane decided to abandon her aspirations of becoming a hairdresser and chose to enroll in a music school. Against the will of her teacher, but with the support of her parents, she went to the Tokyo School of Music in Shibuya for 2 years to follow her passion. She was surrounded by talented students who had been playing drums for many years and aspired to become professional musicians.
I love how she didn't take this as being intimidating and using it to aspire to become a better musician, because it could be like super intimidating, right? You got all these people that have been doing this for years, and then here you are. But it goes to like show like this is a really good example for anybody out there that might like feel leery or anything like that. Like you don't have to be intimidated by your peers. In fact, you can like learn from them. And a lot of times, very few times are people going to be really mean about it and be like, no, I won't help you. A lot of times people love to share tips and tricks that they learn because they're talking about something they love. So I love the fact that she's like, has this drive to her.
In her class, Akane learned to play songs by ear and how to effectively work on creating a cover. Even though she was just a beginner in her class, she worked diligently and practiced every day to catch up with the other students. After her graduation, Akane looked for work and was hired as a waitress in a music bar in Yokohama, where she could enjoy.
Does anybody else's like brain go to that 80s song and like just finish working as a waitress in a cocktail bar? Just me? Okay.
Live music every day. When she mentioned to the bar manager that she played drums, Akane was given the opportunity to audition for the house band.
Aww.
She performed Deep Purple's Highway Star, embracing the idea of playing rock songs. Akane was immediately hired to play drums and received her first payment as a musician. From that day onward, every day became an opportunity for her to train and improve. This marked Akane's first step towards becoming a professional musician. At the time, while still learning drums at the Tokyo Music School, Akane played at a joint concert and met a young support guitarist from another band. Just like Akane, she started playing piano at a very young age and found her instrument during her high school years. Her name was Kanami. The two musicians became good friends really quickly, as Akane didn't have many musician friends around her age, and they found out that they lived in walking distance from each other in Yokohama, a port city very close to Tokyo. After spending some time together, Kanami asked Akane to record the drums for her demo songs, showing how much she acknowledged Akane's skill.
Aww.
They even talked about forming a band together in the future without fully committing to this idea. Until one special day when Kanami passed the audition to join a newly created band. At that time, Akane was performing at a music bar in Yokohama, but wasn't part of the band. She quickly realized she wasn't suited for supporting roles and wanted to form her own band. It was perfect timing for Kanami, who immediately reached out to her friend right after the audition.
かなみがものすごく申し訳なさそうに話し始めたのを覚えています。プラチナムパスポートって事務所、あかねちゃん知ってる？みたいな感じで。私も事務所の名前は知っていたから、 すごいじゃんって言ったんですけど、その後、でもね、ガールズバンドで、と言われて悩みました。私、ガールズバンドは絶対にやりたくなかったんです。でも、かなみから、
I can understand her hesitancy of working in an all-female group, because normally, things get crazy, but it seems like these ladies work fantastic together, and they have such this strong mutual respect for each other. So, but it's crazy how her and Kanami's paths are crossed
バ
like
ンドメイド
that.
の話をもらったのがちょうど横浜のレストランが閉店してしまうことになったタイミングで、これからどうしようかなと考えていた時でもあったんです。だから、かなみがいるならいいかなって答えました。で、かなみが、ありがとう、そしてごめん、衣装がメイド服なんだ、と。かなみは私の好みを知っているから、そうやって話を小出しにするんです。
At first, Akane wasn't sure about joining an all-female band and having to wear a maid outfit. Kanami sent her some demos that she found really cool, and the contrast between the cute outfit and this type of music attracted Akane. She felt her reluctance fade away as her motivation grew stronger. Finally, driven by her aspiration to develop as a professional musician and her trust in Kanami, Akane passed the audition and became the second member to join Band-Maid.
I think it's really cool that her and Kanami were friends before they were in the band, because that makes it a little bit easier too, like you have a friend that you trust and who you've worked with before, and clearly, Kanami doesn't want to steer her pal wrong, and she sees Akane as like an amazingly talented person, and to bring her along with her is super cool. I love that.
This was just the beginning for Akane, who still had a lot to learn, especially for fast-paced songs using double pedals. Thrill was her first challenge with the use of this technique. Even though it was a painful experience for Akane, everyone loved when double pedals were added into a song, which led to more and more parts for Akane to practice during the recording of new songs. Since 2016, Kanami is the composer of almost all Band-Maid songs, and there are two things that she likes: fast-paced songs and challenging her bandmates. This was a problem for Akane, who struggled to play the double pedals over 130 beats per minute due to her lack of practice. After Thrill, the members committed to writing more hard rock songs, so Akane needed to be able to keep up with Kanami's compositions. Akane thought of using muscle memory to train her legs and improve her movements, aiming to play faster. She tried to move her legs whenever and wherever she could, as if she were playing on double pedal.
That's exactly what my brother did when he was learning that. And it works. It sounds goofy, but it completely works.
So her legs would remember these movements. Akane is not the type to refuse a challenge or admit that she can't keep up.
Is she like the most quiet member? Or is it a tie between her and Misa?
So she kept training hard and continues to improve her speed and accuracy even today.
自分の成長を感じられたこともあって、チャレンジ精神もより強くなったんです。それにみんなが自分のパートを難しくしていっている分、私も自分に試練を与えようと思って、だから逃げなかったという達成感もありますね。こうしてメンバー内で刺激をし合えているのはとても良いことだと思うんです。
On December 4th, 2015, at the Shinjuku Club Science, Akane was replaced by a male drummer for just one performance. The reason was that Akane suffered from a back injury at this time and wasn't able to play drums even though she came to the show disguised as a staff member to support her bandmates.
Aw.
2 months later, she tweeted a photo of herself holding numerous drumsticks with messages written by fans from all over the world. Since this event, Akane has mentioned in various interviews that she visits an osteopath for body maintenance and massages.
Good idea.
In 2020, when COVID struck, the members had to adapt their way of working to create new songs, as they were unable to meet in person to rehearse and record. With this in mind, Akane learned drum programming to assist Konami during the songwriting process. She also learned how to use a DAW, or digital audio workstation, which is a software designed to record, edit, and produce music. Before, when Konami asked Akane to record a phrase, she played and recorded the drums in the studio, which is muffled and has a lot of echo. By using a DAW, Akane was able to work more efficiently with Konami and exchange data directly, making the process much easier for everyone. After all these years of creating songs, rehearsing, and performing live with Band-Maid, Akane continues to refine her skills as a drummer in every aspect, whether by working on the basics, increasing her speed, or managing her stamina.
She looks genuinely happy behind the kit too. Like there's nothing forced about her being back there, even though she has to learn a lot. And they mentioned, stamina and all this. Drums takes a lot, man. Like I said, like I always said, bravo to that, because I don't think people realize how physical drums actually is. But I absolutely love how she was able to grow as a musician, and she has her pal Konami there, and that makes it 10 times easier. And because she knows like she can work well with her friend and she can learn all these things. And what's really great about what I'm learning about each of these ladies is like the perseverance, right? It's a common thing through them all so far, which I'm pretty sure with the remaining members, that's still going to be a common theme here. But I really enjoy this because it's motivating even me to get back into playing. And I haven't really, played too much over the years, just here and there. But it just reminds me, it's like setting the fire to you, which is exactly what I think this band does as a whole, right? But I do think it's really nice, and part of her charm though, it's like it seems like she's the quiet one, and then while she's like super quiet, she could do all these crazy beats and steal the show. And she's just genuinely happy to be there, right? I don't know if you've watched my channel at all, but when we talk about music and we do reactions and stuff like that, I always talk about how like you can tell when a musician does not like their position or they just don't want to be there. But you never seem to get that with any of these ladies. And if anything, if there is a criticism, they don't take it personally. They take it as, oh, okay, I need to work on that so I can get better, which is what we should strive for, instead of taking everything negative. And it's hard. It's hard when you've been working so hard on something and you get a criticism where you got to like work on this, blah, blah, blah. It's definitely hard, but I feel like I could see why now so many of you guys are inspired by Band-Maid and all their members now. I didn't really quite get it before, to be honest with you. And now I feel like I wish I saw these documentaries before getting too much into the Band-Maid playlist. However, I might like revisit songs that I have done and like pay more attention now that I know a little bit more. And, be more focused on them because these documentaries are super, super helping out with that. Very well put together, but let's continue this here.
Just a few months after joining Band-Maid, Akane and Konami started a side project called Mochi to Cheese with 3 members of Predia, an idol group formed in 2010 under the same agency as Band-Maid, Platinum Passport. The band started to perform acoustic covers in the streets and even performed live a few times over its 2 years of activity. A single was released in 2015 with 2 songs composed by Konami. But only 2 months later, they sent their last tweet and posted their last entry in their blog. Their YouTube channel is still available, so you can at least watch a fraction of their performances. That's not all. Between 2015 and 2016, Akane had another side project under the name DJ Achi, where she primarily played J-rock music. DJ Achi performed for about a year at various venues where she met many people. She even invited the other members to join her and enjoy the experience together. There's more to Akane than just her music career. First, she eats a lot, much more than the average Japanese person.
I'm so... I just love how that was narrated. You and me, girl. I like to eat too, girl. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 5 bowls of ramen. Woo! Well, I mean, she plays the drums, man. Of course she has a big appetite. Damn. I just like the way that was. Sorry, guys. It's like midnight when I recorded these, so I might be a little goofy.
私大食いなんで、ラーメン替え玉5玉と回転寿司だと30皿食べます。
ほー。回転寿司の30は無理やって。
高橋さんこの前やってたじゃないですか。
俺この間やったんよ、プライベートで。ラーメンの替え玉俺昔5杯ぐらい余裕で食えた。そんな俺が回転寿司20いけると思うやん。もう16皿ぐらいからビターンとまず、19貫目に食うたウニトイプードルに見えましたもん。喉にトイプードル入れてるぐらい。最終的にそこで吐いて終わったからね俺。
本当に
食えんの？
私食べれます。30皿はすごい。
普段結構いろんなところに大食いしに行ってるんですか？
行ってます。この間わんこそば行きました。
わんこそば？
はい。私120杯行きましたね。 120杯大体女性の平均が50杯だそうで。
うわーやるね。
You can see Akane eating in several music videos, such as Don't You Tell Me.
I never noticed that actually.
And Secret Maiko Lips. Akane has introduced herself with the nickname Gorilla for a while now. And you may be able to see Akane eating a banana during MCs. On the US Tour 2022, she even threw signed banana peels into the audience at the fans' request. Akane is also one of the funniest people. She always finds a way to make everyone laugh with her funny faces and her silly behavior. Sometimes, Akane is just naturally funny.
この時間はハードロックバンドバンドメイドのバンドメイド日本をお送りしますぽー。そして今回はなんとこの人が来てくれましたぽー。
バンドメイドのあかねのドラム。バンドメイドのあかねのドラムです。よろしくお願いします。
あかねのドラムですってどういうことぽ逆
もう一回いいですか。すいません。
はい、もちろん。
はい、はじめまして。バンドメイドのドラムのあかねです。よろしくお願いします。
はい、お願いします。
もういきなりやらかした。もういいや。
さすがだぽーちゃん。
もういい。
もういいやじゃないぽ。
諦めないよ。
There is one more thing to know about Akane, something she has enjoyed since her childhood. Japanese animated TV shows, commonly known as anime. Akane occasionally posts about the anime she watches and enjoys on Instagram. And when she was younger, she was easily influenced by animes like The Prince of Tennis or Slam Dunk, which inspired her to try different sports.
私、アニメが大好きなんですね。アニオタなんですよ。一番最初に見たアニメは、多分小さい頃にセーラームーンだったと思うんですけど、もちろんセーラームーンもすごいハマって、グッズもいっぱい持ってたんですけど、セーラームーン以上にハマったのがカードキャプターさくらです。
Happiest drummer, I could see it.
Akane discovered her passion for drums later than most, starting to learn the basics on her own with the only drum kit available at her school, eventually performing covers of the bands she admired. Inspired by Now, the drummer of Maximum the Hormone, and her aggressive playing style, Akane decided to fully commit to her new passion and enroll in a music school to pursue her dream of becoming a professional drummer. From a child who wanted to try everything but couldn't find the motivation to keep up, to a truly passionate musician, Akane continually gives her best to live for and from music. Practicing drums every day at school to end up playing drums with the house band of the music bar where she worked. Being invited by a trusted friend to join an all-girl band, performing cool songs while wearing cute outfits. Akane has always impressed with her unique drumming style. She makes everyone laugh with her funny faces. She takes care of her friends when they are sick. She spreads her joy with her laughter and isn't afraid to show her tears. No matter how hard it was, no matter how many obstacles she faced, Akane destroyed everything on her way with the biggest smile. In the end, we can say that Akane is truly the happiest drummer.
You can't lie that little man. I never changed. That life is beautiful.
Well, my friends, I really enjoyed this one and getting to learn more about her. I think it's funny that she announces herself as Gorilla and she's completely bonkers and bizarre, but in an absolute good way. I think that's necessary, though, to be in this band is to have a little weirdness to you. They're all weird in their own way, and I mean weird in a good way. Um, I think what's really funny is the hesitancy when they find out they have to wear maid outfits so far in these documentaries. It's like, oh, you have this opportunity, but by the way, you gotta dress like a maid, and they're all just like, eh. Like at first, but then they kind of like get it once they start playing together and everything like that. So this is really fun. I look forward to watching It's Misa's next, right? I was told to watch Misa and then Miku's 1, 2, and 3 last. So I hope I have the order right. Thank you so much for joining me today and teaching me so much on my Band-Maid journey. The cities that they're from make me claustrophobic. I had somebody tell me, a couple of people actually tell me, I think it was on the Seiki comments, they were telling me more about like Tokyo and stuff like that and how many people are there. And that's a big note from me, man. Like, wow, I couldn't even imagine. I am such a woodsy person. But like, that's just amazing though, that all of these ladies intertwine in some weird way. It's like, it was just meant to be. Band-Maid was just meant to be. If you enjoyed this video and you want to check out other stuff that I do, you can feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff that helps out. Over here, we have our patrons and our coffee donators. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay weird, my potatoes, because as you can see, your unique oddities can lead you to chasing your dreams. Bye, guys.